Hey, it's Ben Choder, and I'm with Lygeia Ricciardi, and I am really excited. She is the president of Clear Voice Consulting. She's a consumer engagement and digital health expert, and I am so excited to have you on HIMSS TV.
I am totally excited to be here, Ben.
And we're talking about probably my favorite topic of all healthcare topics, patient engagement.
Mine too.
Right?
What do you know?
If we can't get the patients engaged,
yep.
then why are we all here? Why are there 46,000 people at this conference if we're not going to do things that are going to be different and out of the box?
I think that's right. It's, as you know, it's not the way healthcare is always thought, right?
Exactly. So in your mind, right? So patient engagement is such a broad, term.
Yeah.
When you think patient engagement, what's the first thing you think about?
It's about having a sense of ownership and empowerment about your own health and well-being. So for me, it's not about some tool or an app. It's about how you think of yourself. Owning your health, owning your life, being responsible. Honestly, that even goes beyond just health and healthcare, but it's kind of an attitude.
Right. How important is technology?
It is important because it makes it possible to get information that you never could before and to connect to communities in a way that you never could before. I'm not saying you can't have very engaged people without technology, but particularly given all the many complicated factors in our world today, and so many contribute to health, having data makes a difference.
Have you seen a big change over the last 2 to 3 years in patient engagement?
Oh, massive. So I've been going to HIMSS for years.
Right.
And a number of years ago, it was like you couldn't even say patient engagement.
Right.
People were like, either, what do you mean? Or, no, I don't want to hear it. I mean, it's so incredible the way the thinking on this topic has changed. Now, that being the case, I mean, you hear a lot of conversation around HIMSS about, oh, this is a great idea. How do we engage patients? That's still not Main Street USA. That's still not happening everywhere.
But we're
getting there.
But hasn't it also muddied it a little bit, because everyone says, every new startup says we're about making better patient engagement. Every readmissions app or technology comes out, it's about patient engagement. How do we cut through all the clutter?
Well, and part of the problem is a lot of people think like, oh, it's simple. Like we'll just do what we're doing and we'll add a patient portal and like, boom, engaged, magic. But it's really, it's a sort of deeper change than that.
It's changing culture, right?
Yeah,
it's not just create an app. There's no magic pill for it, right?
Exactly. That's what's at the core of it.
It's exciting.
It's totally exciting.
So is there any things that you've seen in the world of patient engagement that get you really excited?
Yeah, so I must say what gets me most excited is to see the things coming from outside the traditional healthcare world, kind of knocking on the doors of healthcare and encouraging everybody here to think differently. This isn't going to be like a big shocker to you, but it's like, I see we have pretty much the same watch, right? There's the Apple Watch, there's Alexa, there's Google, there's all these different companies that are coming from non-traditional healthcare places and saying, let's do things differently. We can use information technology and let's partner with or support, sort of change things up in healthcare and encourage everybody to do things differently.
So it's little small things. Like, we're not going to change consumer behavior overnight, right? Patient engagement.
No, but again, like the amazing thing is everybody's got, not everybody, but the majority of the US population has a smartphone in their pocket right now. That's like amazing computing power, the likes of which you found in a block-long building in the 1960s. You've got that power, so how are we going to harness that?
Are the payers and the providers taking it more serious?
Oh, I think absolutely. I think a lot of them are still figuring it out, and you've got all different points along the spectrum. You have some who are really creative and who are out there thinking about incentives for patients and using ways to connect them socially with one another for that kind of emotional incentives, in addition to, here's some money or here's a discount on whatever. All of these points can help. But there's a lot too. I think increasingly there's a realization that you have to think about behavior change, not just as saying, do you know the facts? Like, we all know we shouldn't smoke, we shouldn't eat the cake, we shouldn't whatever it is.
But it's a little more than that.
It's more than that, and it's helping you at the point when you're making a decision, a million tiny little decisions that you make every day to sort of decide. I mean, it's sort of funny talking about this here in Vegas, right? Like, maybe I shouldn't have that extra drink. Maybe I should, walk the extra mile literally, which is not hard here, but yes.
This was amazing. Thank you so much for giving me a little of your time. Enjoy the rest of the conference, and I hope I get to talk to you soon. Thank you so much.
Sounds good. Thank you.